Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are breaking down one of the greatest underdog stories in college football history, how a team, after 58 long years, pulled off a win that nobody saw coming.
To really get this story, you just have to start with one single number, 58. And look, this isn't just some random stat. 58. That's the number of years, the number that defines decades of heartbreak. For generations of fans, this was a championship drought that felt like it was never, ever going to end. So then, on December 7th, 2024, the thing that nobody thought could happen, well, it happened. Indiana went up against Ohio State for the Big Ten title, and the outcome sent shockwaves through the entire sports world. And there it is, the final score that changed everything. 13-10. The number 2 Indiana Hoosiers took down the undefeated, the seemingly unbeatable number 1 Ohio State to grab their first conference championship since 1967. It was an absolute slugfest. But to really get how huge this is, you gotta understand the history here. We're not just talking about a few bad seasons. We're talking about decades, literally generations of frustration that led up to this one moment. I mean, this scale of this is just wild. Look at this timeline. Their last Big Ten title, 1967. Their last win over a powerhouse like Ohio State, all the way back in 1988. That's almost 6 decades of waiting. And if you look at just the Ohio State matchup, oh man, it gets even worse. Get this, a 30-game losing streak. For more than 3 decades, every single time they played, Indiana lost. Every single time. Until now. So that brings us to the big question, right? How in the world did they do it? This wasn't some kind of high-flying offensive masterpiece. No, this was a tough, gritty, defensive battle where every single inch was a fight. Okay, so in a game where points were just so hard to come by, this was the one piece of magic. The only touchdown Indiana scored all game. It came from their star quarterback, their Heisman candidate, Fernando Mendoza. Just a beautiful pass that gave them the lead. And as it turns out, it's a lead they would never give back. But look, the offense put them in front, sure. But it was the defense that had to hold on for dear life against the best team in the country. And man, that defense, they bent, they got pushed back, but when it mattered most, they absolutely refused to break. And really, this whole championship came down to 3 massive plays right at the end. First, you've got Ohio State, they're driving, it's 4th and 1, and the Indiana D just stuffs them, inches short, after a review that felt like it took forever. Then, Ohio State gets another shot, a chip shot field goal to take the lead, and he misses it. Wide left. Unbelievable. And finally, with the game on the line, Indiana needs 1 first down to ice it, and Mendoza hits Charlie Becker for 33 yards. Ball game, history. Just incredible stuff. Now, a win like this, it doesn't just happen by accident. This wasn't a fluke. No way. This was the result of a complete and total culture change in the program, and it was all spearheaded by one guy. And you can hear that new attitude in this quote from the quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. He said, "We were never supposed to be in this position, but now we're the flipping champs." I mean, that's it right there. That swagger, that belief. That all came from Coach Curt Cignetti from the moment he walked in the door. He made them believe they were supposed to win. I mean, the Cignetti effect is a real thing. You just have to look at what he's done. This was historically the losingest program in major college football. And in just 2 years, he turned them into champions. He didn't come in asking for time or patience. He came in demanding they win right now. And what'd they do? They went a perfect 13-0. So what's really important to take away here is that this win, it isn't just an ending. Yeah, the 58-year drought is over, but this is the start of something totally new for Indiana football. And let's be real clear about what this means going forward. They aren't just the Big Ten champs. At 13-0, they are the last unbeaten team standing in all of major college football. They've earned it. They're almost certainly going to be the number 1 seed heading into the college football playoff. So for a team, a whole program that for decades was defined by losing, the question isn't can they win anymore. We know they can. The question now is just how far can they go? The impossible part is over. Now we all get to watch what happens next.